What's going on, everyone? It's KB the Mark, back to bring you the news. On today's Wrestling Report, we have many stories, starting with plans for a new episode of Dark Side of the Ring that's going to be based on Buff Bagwell. An UFC star might join WWE after their MMA career is over. Jim Ross and why Mauro Ranallo is not coming to AEW. And many more stories. Please don't forget to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to stay up to date. Now without further ado, let's jump into the news. Former WCW star Buff Bagwell recently sat down to do a Q&A with adfreeshows.com Top Guy members. Bagwell talked about the personal issues he's dealt with over the years and getting sober last year. Bagwell said that Dark Side of the Ring will be doing an episode on him. Something that's come up that I'm really excited about is the Dark Side of the Ring is doing my story. They're taking me and my old man to a shooting range. Remember I shot my dad? He's going to tell the story, but Tara, the head producer of Dark Side of the Ring, she goes, "What do you think about going to a shooting range?" And I went, "Okay." My old man is real cool about it. Me and my old man are tight. We've been best friends for 20, 30, my whole life except that little era right there when I tried to kill him. No big deal. He laughs. No date was given on when this episode would air. 10 episodes have officially been announced so far for the current season. Dark Side of the Ring airs Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on Vice TV. WWE has used celebrities and athletes for years to gain mainstream attention. Vince McMahon did this to help promote WrestleMania 1, a trend that has continued over the years. WWE has used the likes of Donald Trump, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Kim Kardashian, and others to appear at the company's biggest event of the year. Several years ago, WWE also used celebrities and athletes as guest hosts of Raw. Former NBA star Richard Jefferson is interested in furthering his journey as a referee, but inside of the squared circle. Last year, during a summer league game, he was a guest referee for a whole quarter of a game between the New York Knicks and the Portland Trail Blazers. He spent 16 years in the league where he played for various teams, including the Golden State Warriors, San Antonio Spurs, and Brooklyn Nets, while capturing a title with the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2016. The former NBA champion retired in 2018. While speaking on the latest episode of The Broadcast Boys, Jefferson expressed interest in refereeing a pro wrestling match. "I'm going to put this out here live on The Broadcast Boys. I want to referee at like Raw or WrestleMania. That's what I want. I want to do it. The next time I do any sort of referee jersey is going to be at WrestleMania or Raw." The ratings for this week's edition of WWE Monday Night Raw are in. The show drew an average of 1.828 million viewers on the USA Network, up from the 1.611 million viewers last week. The 18 to 49 demo saw the average rating be 0.56, up from the 0.52 rating last week. The show was headlined by Seth Rollins defending the World Heavyweight title against Damian Priest. This was the highest total viewership since March 27th and the highest key demo rating since May 15th. Last week's show went up against NBA playoff competition that dominated the night and was on Memorial Day. The show on the same week last year did 1.872 million viewers with an 18:49 demo rating of 0.52. The 18 to 49 demo saw hour 1 have 0.53, then 0.58 in hour 2, and 0.56 in hour 3. Last week was 0.53, then 0.54 in hour 2, and 0.50 in hour 3. There have been countless athletes and pro fighters who have expressed interest in making the jump from their sport to the world of pro wrestling. Some MMA fighters have done that, such as Paige Van Zandt and Cain Velasquez. Others like Conor McGregor, Daniel Cormier, and Kobe Covington have talked about wanting to wrestle. UFC Women's Featherweight and Bantamweight champion Amanda Nunes is slated to fight Irene Aldana, this Saturday in the headliner of UFC 289, a fight that was made after Aldana replaced Juliana Pena, who had pulled due to broken ribs. While speaking with the New York Post, Nunes was asked about the idea of joining WWE after her career in MMA ends. It depends on the contract, you know. If the contract is amazing, why not? What I wanted to do in MMA, I did already. Even more than I thought in my head when I went through my whole career. I became a double champion. I wanted only one. I had two. I'm so happy, and whatever comes after I'm done with UFC, we'll see. For sure you guys will see me around anyways. As part of this year's WWE Draft, the rosters for all three brands, Raw, Smackdown, and NXT, were changed up, with talent being moved, called up, or listed as free agents. Several main roster stars have been sent to NXT, while a few NXT stars were moved up from the developmental brand. The likes of Grayson Waller, Zoe Stark, Indy Hartwell, and in this year, Jinder Mahal, Sangha, and Veer Mahan, Odyssey Jones, Pretty Deadly, and more were called up. In the case of Waller, he had found a lot of success in NXT in a short amount of time, as when NXT shifted to the NXT 2.0 era, he made his TV debut and thrived as a good talker who could carry his own in the ring. Since being called up, Waller has mostly hosted his Grayson Waller Effect segments where he interviews various wrestlers. Waller hasn't wrestled yet on the main roster, leading to some fans speculating whether he might be injured. However, that's not the case. Instead, the company is taking their time with him. Insider account Best Wrestling Experience, which has broken past WWE stories, reported that he's good. It's a matter of slowly introducing him. As of this recording, it's still unclear when Waller will make his in-ring debut as a SmackDown star. After this week's episode of WWE NXT, it seems Braun Breaker is looking past the NXT Championship and toward a larger goal. During Tuesday's episode, Breaker revealed that he wants to face new WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins for the title. Breaker called out Rollins in the final moments of the show, saying he wanted Rollins to prove that he was the workhorse of WWE by coming to the developmental brand and putting his title on the line. He also said that while Rollins was the inaugural NXT champion, Breaker was the most dominant holder of that title. Breaker is a former two-time NXT champion, his most recent reign lasting nearly a year, from April 4th, 2022 to April 1st, 2023. It was reported last summer that conversations had been held some time back between Mauro Ranallo's management team and All Elite Wrestling. With Tony Khan's promotion adding AEW Collision to his weekly schedule later this month, many fans have wondered if Ranallo could now join AEW to call the new Saturday night show. Current AEW commentator and WWE Hall of Famer Jim Ross thinks it's unlikely that Ranallo will become a part of the Collision broadcast team. He's a friend of mine. He has mental health issues, Ross told KNS WrestleFest during a virtual signing. He can help any organization, Mauro. Mauro Ranallo is that good. He's not a great traveler, and that's not knocking Mauro. It's just he has issues that are more important than who's doing Dynamite next week. Ranallo was diagnosed with bipolar disorder at the age of 19 following the death of his best friend. His mental health struggles were documented in the Bipolar Rock and Roller documentary, which Showtime broadcasted during his tenure with WWE. Ranallo worked for the Stanford-based promotion between 2015 and 2020, but he briefly parted ways with the company during that run amid allegations of bullying from former WWE champion John Bradshaw Layfield. Ranallo's most recent pro wrestling appearance came at Impact Wrestling's Rebellion pay-per-view in 2021, where he called the title versus title main event between Rich Swann and Kenny Omega for the Impact World Championship and AEW World Championship. The 53-year-old is currently signed by the MMA organization Bellator as a play-by-play commentator. That's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Please be sure to check out more videos from the channel. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Once again, I'm KB the Mark, signing off. Until the next one. I started with nothing and came out a king. Yeah. I've been the one that's been ballin' for rings.
Me and my team and we chasing the green. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free. My team be the shit, we ain't ballin' for free.